Welcome to the Voiceover Gurus podcast. Real talk about the voiceover industry. I'm Brian Lee, and I never have time to be on this show, so at least I'm doing the intro.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
Hello, JJ.
Hello, Linda. Wait, you can only see half my head.
There we go. There we go.
Hi, Linda.
It's been a while because we took a little time off.
It has. It seems like 2 weeks.
Well, you and I podcasting together has been a couple weeks at least.
Yeah.
You know, end of the summer and all that. Everybody kind of takes a little time to rest, and so we're no different. We need to rest as well.
That's right.
But now September is like gangbusters. It's really busy.
It's like almost half over already. Even.
I know. Have you been busy?
A knock on wood. Yes, it's been pretty good. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I have to say as well, too.
Yes. And I had some lovely tubes inserted in my body, which was
fantastic.
Fun. Oh, gosh, that was great. And, it's been okay. Some good auditions lately.
Yeah, you've been getting some good, like some
biggies.
Big ones.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So if the phone rings, I may have to, talk
Go
to
take
my
it
agent, and say,
be a big shot. Be a big shot. Well, I took advantage of a little bit of the slow time to work on our first master class.
Yes.
That actually, today we're recording the podcast. It's not going to be released until next week, but today's the 13th of September, and that was when the first one was released.
Oh, God, I always get so confused when you do that.
I know.
Okay, so.
But, you know what? The slow time, it was good because it gave me a chance to figure out what it was I wanted to talk about and to formulate it in a way that I think, was pretty straightforward. You had a chance to see it.
I did. I just watched the whole thing, and I absolutely loved it.
Yay.
It does cover the absolute basics for the people who know absolutely nothing about the business. It really gives them a good and what I think it's going to show them right off the bat, which I think is fantastic, is that there is so much more to this than just sitting down and reading a script.
Oh, my gosh.
That's what everybody thinks. Oh, you do voiceovers, you sit down and you read.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if that's what you want to think, fine. As a matter of fact, my neighbor said that to me yesterday.
Oh, no.
And I bit my tongue, and I said, yeah, I just sit in a room and I just read, and then I come outside and play. That's all I do. I don't worry about the $20,000 audition I just did. That doesn't bother me at all. No. Worried about, missing things and pleasing the client and, preparing. Janine said, "What are you doing? I thought you said you had an audition the other day." And I was outside. I was just sitting out there looking at my phone. And what I was doing was reading the script. And I was reading the directions over and over and over again and trying to decipher what the hell they're talking about. Sometimes you don't know, as we've talked about.
So that's all your neighbor sees?
Yeah, pretty much. He sees me sitting outside smoking a cigarette, looking at my phone. Well, I prepared for half an hour before I came into the studio to spend an hour doing the audition. So
I talked about you on the. I don't know if you caught it.
You mentioned my name. I got little bumps right here. It was awesome.
It was one of the 8 steps.
Meet him. Yes,
one of the 8 steps I had lined out for how to run your professional, successful voiceover session.
Yes,
because there's a lot that goes into it, and a lot of things you have to check on before you even start the session.
Absolutely,
and trying to give you the heads up for the mistakes that things that we've come across. In our travels, but join the masterclass membership for $50 a month. You get access to the class itself, which is around 30 minutes. We're kind of feeling that out.
Right.
And then next week we'll do a Zoom call. JJ and I will with any members that have questions about that topic.
Anything.
Yes. And then we're going to try something new. We're going to do our little social, off-the-air social, where we hopefully talk about other things and just kind of kick back and relax for a little while. So, yes, fun,
that
right?
Sounds interesting.
Fun. I know,
yeah, we can talk about anything we want.
During the off-the-air social? Yes, we
social.
can.
Okay.
We can.
Okay.
Yeah. But I need to start talking about that because I haven't been. And now it's time. The masterclass membership is open. You can enroll and all that good stuff too.
Yeah.
It's good to be back.
It certainly is. And I'll be doing this second masterclass. And
yes,
we've been discussing what we're going to do on that. It's going to be fun. Same kind of format. Maybe the slides won't be as professional. Yeah, you never know. I may do some stick figure drawing to explain things to you. And but I'm going to keep it very basic, but I'll just move ahead from where you left off.
Okay.
Maybe I'll just go right from the here's how to prepare to, the phone's ringing, it's the client. And then we'll start from there. And,
You know what you could discuss too, right off the top of my head, because I was really covering doing a live session with someone. The prep work before it, which is similar, but then there's the live session is one thing, but then, you could talk about doing it on your own, some of the tricks and things that might make it easier when you're recording and you don't have someone breathing down your neck coaching you.
Yes.
Because that's a whole other element too.
Yes. I love elephants. Yep.
Elephants. But you brought up a good point because there are so many things. What happened in this one that I did, I forgot the last slide. I didn't. And this program I'm using doesn't let you go back in. So I'm sitting there going, okay, time to wing it, which is fine. We do that all the time. I thought I'm going to do my wrap up. And then I wound up with all these extra things I want to talk about. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many things.
Yes.
So I was like, save it for another time, because there was too many things. So hopefully this will be a nice benefit for people. But yes, this is the Voiceover Gurus podcast. I'm mentioning that at 6 minutes in.
And this is airing 2 weeks ago tomorrow, as I've got it in my calendar.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Actually, we have our first online workout this week. This Wednesday night, we haven't had a workout in like a month.
I know. I'm getting a little flabby from not doing the workouts. You know what I love?
I know.
When I stick like if I'm driving on the highway and I point, I say, hey, Janine, look at that cow over there. And the bottom of my arm is going, woo-hoo, woo-hoo, woo-hoo.
There's a name for that.
Yeah, it's called old age.
I think it's bat wings.
Oh, God. She goes, look at your arm. That's funny. And I went,
So I'm trolling around Facebook, doing my thing.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah, that was me doing my thing.
Okay.
Doing my thing. And I come across another voiceover website.
Yeah, that's right. You're talking about things that make you mad today.
Yeah.
That is our subject matter.
Well, at least for a little while.
Okay.
So
I'll do that a lot.
I come across this couple that are teaching voiceover. Okay. You know me. I got to check their background.
Oh, absolutely.
I got to see where they're from. Yep. I got to see if they're legit.
I read Goodnight Moon once. That's my background.
These folks are in LA.
Of course they are.
Yes. And, in their bio, I'm going to just put a name in. Sally recently finished production with Tom Hanks. Sally is an accomplished actress. So what do? I got on IMDb, looked her up. Sally was an extra with Tom Hanks.
Hey, I was in Black Sunday.
Look,
there were 62,000 of us in the stadium. I was one of them.
But you were one of them.
I have worked in the movies. I was featured.
As have I. Yeah. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Oh, my Lord.
I'm not taking anything away about being an extra, but the way that it was phrased with just finished production working with. So you're thinking, okay, this is someone who had lines, who actually had a part. No, this is just complete extra work.
I can't even imagine that. That's just so cheaty. I don't like
terrible.
that. I don't like that.
Well, it's you're pretending to be more than you are. And if you have to not lying about your credentials, but you're really pumping them up to the point where it's not realistic that's going to be the basis of why you would be a good voiceover coach.
Exactly.
You were in the room in the street when Tom Hanks walked by.
Right.
Her partner too.
I know. He started with Tom Cruise. No. In the helicopter scene.
Similar stuff.
Okay.
This guy, Joe recently has worked on such amazing shows like Breaking Bad. I'm a huge Breaking Bad fan, like to the point where I dressed as Walter White for Halloween.
Oh, my wife and I just finished that whole thing. We binge watched it.
What a show.
What a show. Do you know that I woke up from my surgery and the first thing I asked the doctor when I woke up is, where did you put the meth? I swear
Yes,
to God.
you told me that. That was
And my
because
wife
of
said,
that.
"We just watched Breaking Bad. He's kidding. He doesn't know what he's saying." What? Great show. Anyway, so yes, he worked with the.
So I'm like, oh my God, Breaking Bad, one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
I've got to see what part this person played.
Yeah.
Yeah. Orderly. So
Think of the
look,
experience you're going to get working with these people. Think of it. Go like this. Oh, that was fantastic. Okay, we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
No, not fair.
I'm not one to sit there and try to take, dog somebody for trying to coach, but at least be honest about your experiences of in the business instead of pumping it up with this stuff. But people you're questioning, just get on IMDb. It's amazing. Put in somebody's name, see if they're bullshitting, see if they've actually done anything, and it should list what part that they played as well. But that really angers me.
Extra and orderly, and now they're teaching voiceovers.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Now, if they'd given a bunch of credits for voiceover and had done like all this national, I get it,
Right.
then you've got the kudos. But I don't know. Just don't be talking about celebrities, Oscar-winning celebrities as if they're your best friend.
That's how we started this whole thing.
Right,
you and
exactly.
I, because we hate that.
Yeah.
We hate the people who lie or,
They
beef it
inflate.
up and say, I worked
Yes.
with so-and-so, and that's why I can. No, you didn't. And
Right.
people fall for it. And they give them thousands of dollars.
Yes.
And it makes me very mad. It really, really does.
Well, that's the source of the voiceover gurus. That's the foundation why we did this. But it's like the guy down in freaking Tampa that says he was a network voice for NBC for 10 years.
Yeah. No, he wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't. But no one knows.
Nope. Oh, no, I can say anything. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. You need your tractor fixed? I can do that. Yep.
So,
oh, man. No wonder you're mad. Now I'm mad.
Yeah, right? It's just, and I was just like, I didn't check anyone else, but I have my little bullshit meter goes off and I'm like,
I got to get one of those.
Wrong.
Does it smell?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Yeah.
As soon as you find something that stinks bad. I don't like bullshit. And I guess that's why I have a problem with that. Well, my father used to say it's all smoke and mirrors, where people will pump up things. So do your homework, guys. If you're going to take coaching or classes with someone, do your homework. And now in this day and age, it's way too easy to find out if someone's lying or not. Right. But yeah, so that really
if they say something like, I was Charlie Chaplin's stand-in, I would definitely check that out before you took anything from them. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Stand in.
No, I was Charlie Chaplin's vocal coach.
Vocal coach. All right.
I don't think he said anything, but okay.
Hey, I was an extra. I told you this in Bad Boys in Miami. The movie Bad Boys.
Oh, the original one?
Yeah, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Mm-hmm.
I'm actually the freighter commander in the beginning of Bad Boys 2, and I have lines.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God.
And you can't really see me. It's dark. I have a beard and long hair, and they said, don't shave it. And I went, all right. And I'm standing on the back of this freighter. It's freaking midnight. Michael Bay is standing right here. He's a real asshole. Pardon me. But, I didn't have any script. And I said, am I supposed? He said, here. And he handed me a little piece of paper with coordinates on it. So he said, and do it with a Russian accent. And I went, okay. So I said,
my goodness.
The cargo is being dropped. And then they throw the caskets off the side of the boat. So I'm in the beginning of Bad Boys 2.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I did like a two.
I worked with Michael Bay.
I did a 2-day shoot. Bad Boys. I think I was 21 years old, 22, and I stood within 10 feet of Martin Lawrence. So.
Oh well, then you should teach voiceovers, Linda.
I know.
Good Lord.
Actually, I do have to say, Will Smith sat with the extras and had lunch with us.
That's
he was
nice.
really, really nice.
He's a nice guy.
And that's like in the old days before he even became as huge as he did. He was just a nice person. But
phenomenal actor.
Right?
I saw that scene again from the show where he becomes the stockbroker.
Oh my God! Yes.
And then,
Pursuit of Happiness.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
the
know.
opening, the opening where he gets there and his shirt is all tattered and he said, if you were me and you saw you, would you hire you? And what would you say to him? And he said, man, you must have a really nice pair of pants on. What a wonderful actor. Anyway, so what else is ticking you off today, Linda?
Something that annoys me
Yes.
is when people say, "Hey, are you a voiceover?"
No.
I'm not a voiceover. But that is a common term that is being tossed around
Yes.
for a human being to be.
Yes. I am a
And I'm not
voiceover.
I'm not talking in the AI sense. And someone asked me that the other day. Are you a voiceover? I said, I'm not a voiceover. I'm a voice actor who performs voiceovers, but I'm not a voiceover. And if you start to read around, you're going to, so it's just an annoying thing to me because I'm like, it doesn't make sense. Why? I'm not a voiceover.
No.
What's a voiceover?
It'd be like asking me, are you a 2x4? No, but I'm a woodworker.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you a voiceover? Oh,
Yeah.
my.
And it's very common now. So I don't think anybody's talked about how annoyed they are with that. I am.
Okay. Wow.
So there you go. That's it. I'm
We
not
need
going to
a- we
complain
need
about
a
anything else.
Jingle right now. Bitchy
Oh.
time.
Stop bitching time. Stop complaining.
Stop complaining.
So our last,
Yes.
go ahead. I'm
No,
sorry.
please.
You
I
speak.
didn't mean to.
Well, our last podcast that just aired last week,
So that's
was with-
2 weeks from now, right?
it was Judy Rodman, my vocal coach.
Oh, yes.
She was fantastic.
Did we do that yet?
Yes, of course we did.
Okay, of course I remember that.
Yeah,
Yes,
we did
of
a couple
course,
weeks ago.
of course.
It got released.
Yes.
But she's amazing.
Yeah.
So, gotta get some coaching with Judy Rodman in case you're having vocal issues. Or
That's
you wanna
right.
learn
She was
something,
a
but
lot
that
of
was
fun,
really
as a matter of fact. Yes.
Yeah.
I really
yeah,
liked
down.
her, and she and I hit it off there.
And I know I had to edit a bunch out of the beginning because the two of you were just laughing. She was laughing at everything you were saying. I'm like, are we ever going to start this podcast?
Nope.
Because JJ's cracking her up.
Oh, boy. But she was really awesome and had a lot of great things to say.
And what's the deal with Nashville? Everybody's in freaking Nashville.
I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, by the way, I think we have a new student, maybe 2. So,
Oh.
yeah. One of them's in Nashville. So they've always wanted to do this, so I'm going to give you a
Nice.
call. I said, great. And So, yeah. And just another example of what we do is somebody has been in touch with me who has been a radio guy for like 25 years.
Mm.
He's got pipes like God. I mean, when
Ooh.
he talks, it's like this. And he said, no matter what I do, I sound like this.
Wow.
And I said, 20 minutes, I can get rid of that crap. Don't you worry about it. So I believe he's going to sound. So we also do that. If you're stuck in radio mode, which we
Help
both
with that.
started out that way,
Yeah.
it's not that difficult to break that.
No.
It's really not. So if you want to work on something like that, if you want to be a public speaker, this is a
Yeah.
great class for that. It shows you everything you know to do that as well.
I think I told you that I coached a rabbi.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because he gives sermons and things like that?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually a female rabbi.
Okay.
Rabbi, and she wanted to learn how to speak better
More
to a
better,
crowd.
Linda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Betterer. She wanted to be
Betterer.
betterer. Yes,
Sound
to
like
a crowd
car
of people.
starting.
Betterer.
I had a gum surgeon come to one of my classes years ago, and he was
A
like
what?
75, and I said, "Why are you here?" He said, "Because I'm travel the country, and I go to colleges of dentistry, and I speak to large crowds of people." And I went,
It can.
"Come on in,
It,
come
it
on
can
in." I said,
serve.
"It hurts when I do this." So he said, "Well,
It
don't
can
do
serve.
that."
It can serve a purpose for a lot of different industries. You don't have to
Absolutely.
be just like I want to do voiceovers, or I want to be a voiceover. You don't have to want to be a voiceover.
Are you a voiceover, Linda?
Oh, these are the annoyances, the
Oh,
things that make
my.
me want to scream.
Yes.
But hey, listen though. Listen, I'm telling
I'm
the audience,
listening.
listen.
What?
If you come across something and you're like, I don't know if this is legit, feel free to email it to us.
Oh, please. Let
And
us
we
help
will
you not waste your money.
check it out
Thank
for
you. Thank
yeah,
you.
because
Yeah.
we don't want you spending your money on dribble
Right.
and wasting it. And it's usually a lot of money too, which is not good.
Yeah, I worked with Boris Karloff. No, you didn't. And
Boris
stay.
Karloff.
No, he's dead.
So September has really gotten busy, which is great. Hopefully it's busy for everyone else,
I hope
too.
so, too. Yeah.
Voiceover work, auditions.
Car spots are not coming back yet, though. They're fluttering in. But if you drive past the car dealerships, they've got like a 1964 Miata and a Volkswagen Bug. That's it. Yeah. And I called this morning. I did get another car, and the new ones come with a cover for the hitch. So it looks just like the bumper. And if you want to use the hitch, you take the cover off. And I said to the guy, so how much will this? He said, yeah, that hitch is really great. It's strong. It's wonderful. And I said, how much will it tow? He said, about 4,500 pounds. And I said, that's great. So I get home and I take the cover off and there's no freaking hitch there.
Is missing the hitch?
Well, they never put it on. It doesn't come on that model car.
Oh, my gosh.
So I called the general manager and I said, excuse me. And he was really nice. He said, I'll put a hitch on it for you. I'll put the wiring harness on it. We should have the wiring harness next June. And I went, oh, good.
June?
Are they with the chips? No, not June, but in about 2 months.
Oh, okay, okay.
I said, they're with the chips, aren't they? And he said, yeah. So anyway, car spots are few and far between these days.
And that's a tough thing for those of us that have relied on them for income.
Yes.
But sign of the times, things change. The pandemic changed a lot of things. But what do you do as a voice talent? You find other avenues,
right,
to make money. And that's where you focus. Don't sit there and go, oh my God, there's no more car spots. I'm never going to work again.
Something you said during the first masterclass, I was thinking about the whole thing in general and all of the techniques that you were bringing across reminded me of people always asking, what can I do to stand out? You can be good at everything that you just watched Linda do. And I mean really good at it. They should never worry about getting half a file. They should never, when you're done with it, I don't care how long it is, if they want it edited, you go to work on it immediately. You don't go, I'm going to go have lunch, and that they're sitting there waiting for it.
Yep.
And if they want it edited, you do it a really good job. You'll give it a quick listen and send it off. And the better you can do all these things and the faster you can do them and the calling beforehand, I'm always on the line, except sometimes with you when I can't get into Skype. But I do that. I thought that was great. Always be there. And it says, there's nobody else in the meeting yet. Well,
I don't care. Yeah, exactly.
I'm ready. And as soon as they come on, they go, JJ, go, yes. And they go, oh, good, you're here. And, that's a relief for them. So
I think of it from the perspective of, there is a person, a producer waiting for my audio file, and I'm holding up their day.
Exactly.
The longer I take to not send it to them. So keep that in mind, that whoever is doing the mixing on this, you may never, ever meet this person, see this person, whatever. There is someone there that is waiting because they have to get this job done for the client.
Right.
So don't lollygag.
Yep.
Once it's done, that's why I think the first masterclass is kind of like, it's a lot of information and it's a lot of important information. Not to say that the other ones won't be informative, but it's an important one.
There's nothing more important than the basics, though. And I think that's what a lot of voiceover talent are lacking today, are the basics. Just the thinking about who it is you're working for and what are their needs. Yeah. What kind of schedule are they on, whatever. But I swear that I've been doing an account now for 4 or 5 years. And it's only been one job a year. And last time I worked with a couple of new people and the original guy, and I got it done very quickly, and it was all edited, and I got it to him. And I think they had another project come up, and they said, let's call JJ on this one. I think he'll be good, and we know that he's fast and can get it done. And then they called me again. And I've had like 4 projects in a month from them now. So it's not just how well you read. It's not how good it sounds. I mean, it's a lot of it is, but it's so important what you covered. It's the basics. It's absolutely the basics.
A production house that I think we found maybe 5 years ago, so it's been a long time. And I have not done a lot with them. Right. But every so often they'll send me an audition. And so it just so happened in the last 2 weeks, they've sent me 3 things. Yeah. And so that very first audition I did quickly, and then somebody else in the office, oh my gosh, I heard that they sent you something. I want to send you something. Yeah. So the second job I wound up booking for Brinks. So he was like, well, while I have you, let me just go ahead and send you. while I have you, let me just go ahead and send you an audition. Would you mind reading? Of course I'm not. See, because now you're top of mind.
Right.
Because you're quick, you return stuff, and then you wind up getting shortlisted for stuff, and you don't wind up competing against a ton of other people.
Right.
And the difference is customer service.
Exactly right. And it also goes to show you that how fickle this business is. You send out a demo, a year and a half later they call and go, wow, you're really good. And I'm going, oh my God, it's been sitting on your desk for a year and a half. And then they call you a lot, or they call you once. And then 4 years later, they go, remember when we worked together before the Civil War? And I go, no, I'm sorry, I just don't. No, I don't remember. By the way, if you want to take voiceover lessons, I have worked with people from the Civil War.
Oh, my God, JJ.
Yes.
This is not something to brag about.
No. I was doing the guy who was an extra.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you were war documentaries, I was there.
You were there.
But it's fickle. You don't hear from them for 4 years. They go, hey, remember me? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And then they call you. So you never know.
No, that's why you have to continue to cast a wide net.
Stay strong.
Yeah.
Got to stay strong because you just never know when they're going to call. The other day I got an email, and I swear to God, I didn't know who the guy was. He found me on Voice 123. I didn't have to audition. 5 minutes later, he sent me the script. I read it, sent him back. He sent me a PayPal, and we were done with the whole job in 20 minutes.
Wow,
and I said, I don't know who you were, but it was great working with you, and thanks. So it can go that quickly, or it can take.
Yeah.
So you never know.
A long time. Yeah.
It's a weird business you got me into, Linda.
I'm sorry.
No, you got me making bitchy.
Now, we're coming up with topics all the time that we're going to focus on. If you guys ever have something and you're like, you know what, I really want to know about this. How do you handle this? Right. Just let us know. Email us, info@voiceover.guru, and then maybe we'll make it a masterclass.
Yeah. What's it like to work with the mother of the client? Which I've done. So if you ever want to know what that story was, give me a call. Join us in the masterclass.
Yes,
but I'm going to get to work on my masterclass, which will air 3 weeks ago from tomorrow.
No, it'll air mid-October.
Mid-October, okay.
Yes, mid-October.
During the podcast that we recorded next week.
Right. I'm totally confused now.
I need a calendar.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to us, bitch.
Hey, thanks for listening to me, Linda.
We haven't been podcasting together alone for a little while, but we appreciate you joining us as usual.
Yes, and so am I.
And just head over to the website, voiceover.guru. You can also reach out to us, info@voiceover.guru. And as usual, thank you for joining us.
I'm reaching out to you, Linda.
Thank you.
What does that mean, thanks for reaching out? What the hell does that mean?
Thanks for contacting.
It's like, are you a voiceover? You didn't reach anything but the frickin' phone.
I'm not a voiceover, I
okay.
swear.
Okay.
Oh, boy, does that annoy me.
Well,
all right, JJ,
that
bye.
concludes another episode of the Voiceover Gurus.
Thanks for listening to the Voiceover Gurus podcast. Real talk about the voiceover industry. Learn more about us and get coaching at voiceover.guru.